So using our old notes from the last two videos, let's see if we can piece all this together. So the first thing I'm going to notice is that the degree here is 4, so the type is even, right? And I'm going to notice that the leading coefficient is negative. So even though I don't necessarily know the absolute shape of the graph, I do know that it's going to be some kind of graph that both end behaviors are going the same direction, and that direction is down. To understand how I know that, go back to the last video. Now, how are we going to describe that using proper notation? Well, first of all, if we want to say on the right-hand side of the graph, we'd write that. So we're over here. If we want to say that right-hand side is going down, this is how we would say down, because we're going down to negative infinity. If we want to say left-hand side of the graph, we'd write this because the x's are going to negative infinity. If we wanted to say down again, we'd say negative infinity. Down here, we'd say this. All right, let's see how that holds out. So again, in this second one, the first thing I want to see is that the degree is, or the type is odd, because the degree is 3, and I'm going to see that the leading coefficient is negative, which allows me to think that I need something where they're going in opposite directions and it's going downhill essentially. You can look back to the last video or your own notes to get all the way there. So if I want to say right-hand side, I'm going to say this means right because we're traveling to positive infinity on the x-axis. If I want to say down, this is how I say down. If I want to say left, where I'm going to negative infinity, then it looks like it's going up, so I need to go to positive infinity, and I'm there. One last one here. Okay, if my type, I see the leading coefficient is 3, or the degree is 3, so the type is odd. I see the leading coefficient, even though it's a decimal, the real thing I care about is that it's positive. Then I know my graph's going to be some kind of opposite direction, but heading uphill left to right. So now how I need to say that my right-hand side is up. So right-hand side, and this is how I say mathematically up, right? Now I want to say left-hand side. That's this. And now I want to say down. It's going down. I'll say it like that. Notice positive f of x to positive infinity, positive f of x to negative infinity is down, right? I'll see you in the next video.